Hey everybody, welcome. I am Bill Poett. I am the co-founder of Life Advance International, and this is our first live training brought to you guys by our Mindful Creators Academy. So super excited to be with you today. I understand that it takes people a few moments or minutes to log on. There's some of you guys I can see in. I'm going to do my best to kind of help prepare you for our upcoming hour. And you guys who came in earlier actually came in on time. You have a great opportunity to um, become intentional. And as we get ready for this training, I mean, look at what we're here to talk about: how to create anything you want. What an incredible goal. And it's a big bite. And I'm convinced that you will walk away with some tools and information that will absolutely transform your life and your experience. And so that's what I'm about. That's what we're up to today. As we get ready and more friends join us, couple things that I would suggest: turn off your phones, find yourself a really comfortable place, and make sure that you've got a pencil and paper available to take some notes. I will be making these slides available to all of you who stay for the entire training. So it's an hour long, and we'll make recordings available to you. So when you're taking notes today, what I'm going to ask you to look for there's a Japanese expression. It's one of my favorite, shiken harimitsu daikomyo. And what that means is every moment has the possibility or holds the possibility for enlightenment. And it's our job, it's our joy to be hungry and really pay attention. And what's so fascinating, gosh, having done trainings for over 30 years, and short trainings, hour-long trainings that have been extended out into week-long trainings. When I interview participants, I'm always fascinated. I'll have them share, what was that gold nugget? What was that gem that you were looking for? And it's always different. It's different for everyone. So as you take notes today, you're really looking for those high vibration, those things that just resonate with you, because that's going to be the key to move your life forward. So that's my first tip. I'm gonna give. I see more people coming in. I'm gonna give it about 2 more minutes before we launch into the actual presentation. Another thing that you can be doing right now, and it's really nice, and Dr. Ciel and I do this in all of our workshops and all of our trainings, is I'm going to challenge you to stop. You've probably been really busy. We are busy beings, and pause and go still. And I kind of have a magic wand question. There's something that you need right now. There's a tool, there's a piece of information, and if you had this, it could change the course of your life. And so the magic wand question is, what do you need? What do you hope for? What do you desire to take place over this next hour together that will really unleash your potential and allow you to fulfill and maximize your potential? A lot of you guys are friends of the Academy. You might know us through our Facebook chats, or you might know us through some other online trainings. And I've shared this before. As a kid growing up, my report cards were almost universally, Bill is a really bright kid not living up to his potential. And it broke my mom's heart. Didn't start breaking my heart until later on in life, when I was experiencing the pain of not living up to my potential. So everything that we're going to do, everything, whatever your relationship is with us at Life Advanced International, we're here to help you close that gap between living a fully realized life where all of your potential is accessed, all of your potential is maximized, and the life that you're currently living. So I see that about half of our registered group is here. So because you guys are early and you guys are ready, I want to jump I'm going to jump right into the training. So let's take a breath. Let's set our intention. My intention is that over the next 55 minutes, I am going to serve you with everything that I am. And I'm going to be sharing with you the best information that Dr. Seal and I have distilled over 50 years of personal development expertise, training, coaching, and serving as human performance experts. Let's take a look at the first slide. And this is what this is all about, guys. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. And what we've discovered is there are a lot of personal development junkies out there. And these are men and women who are always reading and attending and taking courses and doing books and workshops and seminars. Well, guys, unless and until you learn how to elevate your mind, this is so important. Before you can change your reality, you must retrain your mind. And it's a fascinating and it's exciting concept. And one of the goals of our adventure today is that when you leave, you will be thinking at a higher vibration. You will be thinking with a new mindset, and it's from the new mindset that we're going to then give you the tools. So most of you or all of you should have already downloaded our Universal Success Planner, and it's an amazing tool. It was designed for a team that just finished a $400 million merger. The tool is only as valuable as the mind wielding it. So we're going to be talking about retraining and elevating your mind. And again, here's the intention. At the end of our hour together, you are thinking with a new, clear, higher vibrating mind. So it's pretty exciting. Having spent 30 years as a trainer working with, Navy SEALs, Wayne Gretzky, Fortune 500 CEOs, there's a couple of things that Dr. Seal and I have really come to believe. In order for training to be effective, there are 3 requirements. Number 1, it has to be fun. If you're gonna dedicate yourself, if you're gonna commit yourself to a program, you got to enjoy it. If you have to be open and light, you got to feel safe and you got to feel welcome. I certainly hope you guys do. I know if Dr. Ciel was with us right now, she just has this amazing way of making people feel light and loved and supported. So it's got to be fun. Number 2, this is huge for me. It has to make sense. I remember as a kid, 6th grade, being told by a teacher, go home and memorize the state capitals. And I made the mistake of raising my hand. And, I'll never forget the response I got. I said, why do we have to do this? And she said, well, because I said so. And it broke my heart. It completely turned me off. So what I'm going to share with you guys, it needs to make sense. You got to see how you can apply it. And then this is the big one, guys. It's got to produce measurable results. I can't tell you how many people that I've met that have, they've walked on fire with Tony Robbins, and they've spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and they've taken all of these training courses, and we'll ask them, okay, so what are the quantifiable results? What's different? Did you lose 40 pounds? Is your marriage 5 times more passionate? Or did have you doubled your sales in your business? And so frequently they can't show measurable results. So these are the 3 things that I intend to create for us, with us today. I want the training to be fun. It's got to make sense and produce measurable results. So real quickly, a little bit about us. I'm Bill Poett. The beautiful woman on my side is Dr. Laura Ciel. She's actually in France right now. We had a great chance to connect before the training. I'm going to talk a little bit about her, maybe even more about her. She is one of the most brilliant educators I've met, and a brilliant human. She graduated with honors from UCLA with a business and economics degree. She then went on to get her PhD from Pepperdine in clinical psychology. She is a participating member on a palliative care team at Ventura County Medical Center, which has the #1 family intern program in the world. And she brings a passion for for life, and she brings a wisdom and a clarity that when we partnered electrified me. I'm the guy on the right, Bill Poett. I'm the author of 2 books, The ABCs of Peak Performers and Live and Love Fearlessly. 25 years ago, I was a close quarter combat instructor. My job was to prepare men physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually to survive the worst situations imaginable. And I've been guiding and performance teams and leaders for the last 25 years. So, my intention has always been to train with the best, and I really believe that you're going to be receiving the best with Dr. CL and I today. So that's a little bit about us, and you're not here for us, you're here for you. So let us jump into the actual training for today. Um, and what we're going to do, this is so cool. This is, they talk about a hack. What's a hack? A hack is something that's going to accelerate your progress. It's going to let you get there more quickly with less effort. And what we're going to be doing today is all about that. How to create anything you want. What's the fastest way to get me there? You know, in our Mindful Creators Academy, think about what you're getting trained in, what you're getting certified in. You're getting certified in how to create anything you want. And God, I wish there was that degree back in college, because that's what we all want, right? If you understood creation, how it works, then there isn't anything you couldn't create, achieve, or have. So let's look at this first. This is really important, really, really, really important, because mindful creation requires patience. And there's something that you need to understand about how the universe works, because everything we're talking about is based in universal law. 99.99999% of everything that exists is not physical matter. It's energy and space. And 99.99999% of creation is energetic. So what that means, there's really 2 components to creation. There's the conception of the idea, there's the conception of the child, and then there's the physical manifestation. So in a human being, if you think about the process, it's a 9-month energetic process. So the baby, our child, isn't with us for 99.9999999% of the time. The manifestation, this is so important, guys. We only experience the result 0.00001% of the time. So here's a travel analogy for you. Let's say that we're living in California. I love to go to Yosemite, one of the most beautiful places on earth. So we've decided that's the destination, that's the trip. So we pack the car, we get our map, we plug in our GPS. Understand that you are not in Yosemite for 99.99999% of the time. You are in process of creation. Now, thank God we know how to drive, because what would happen if 5 minutes into the trip you said, "Oh, I'm not there yet. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, this is ugly," and you turned around and you changed course. Think about this, guys. How many times in your life have you set out for a goal? You've made a decision. There's something you wanted to create, and it didn't happen fast enough. And so what did you do? You were all excited. You started moving down the path, and you only were 10% or 20% or 30%. And you know what you did? You stopped. And you stopped because you didn't understand this principle. 99.9999999% of creation is energetic. So we need to learn how to enjoy the process of creation. I love the conception of an idea. Us being here together is the child of an idea Dr. Seal and I conceived over a year and a half ago when we formed Life Advance International. And it's taken all of this time to bring us to this space, and I can assure you that we have loved the process. So, big concept. To have more, you must become more. And in order to do that, we need to know where you are. So we're going to take a quick inventory. The way we train, it's an integrated process, and there are 5 ancient elements. And if you look on the right side, you've got the void, wind, fire, water, and earth. And each of these elements are reflected in one of our quotients. And if we start from the bottom and work up, you've got your earth element, which is your physical quotient, your PQ. That's your health, your energy, your vitality. You've got your intelligence quotient. IQ is one most people know about. That is reflected in our water element. That is how well you can learn. That's your education, your personal development. Do you know what you need to know to create the life of your dreams? Moving up our energetic spectrum, we've got our EQ, our emotional quotient, fire element. Do you know how to manage your emotions? Do you know how to inspire, to connect, to bring teams together? Do you know how to stay motivated and on fire during the entire process of creation? Then we move up to our SQ. This is really cool, our spiritual service quotient. This is your capacity to take your gifts out into the world and serve and share and connect with as many people as possible. And 9Q, this is our favorite. This is the one Einstein was a master of. This is that elevated mind. It's, do you know how to see what can be? Use your creative imagination. Stretch out into that space of what can be. Do you know how to do that? And then bring it down into its physical counterpart. So those are our quotients. And you're going to give yourself a little grade. I want you to take out a piece of paper next to PQ, and you're going to grade yourself, here's the curve, against you in your fully realized state. So right now I'm 54 years old, and I think when I grade my PQ, my physical health and vitality. So do you love your body? Do you have the strength and power and energy to complete any goal and objective and enjoy life to the fullest? So basically, this is your body grade. When you imagine yourself fully realized, are you an A against that? Are you right on there? Are you a B minus, a C, and maybe a D? And don't be harsh, but be honest. And it's important because this is, in order to get to where we want to go in life, we have to know where we are. So give your PQ a grade. Now we're going to go to your IQ. Here's the question. I know everything I need to know to create the life of my dreams. So it's really, this is your educational, your personal development grade. Do you know how to create that beautiful, powerful, amazing body? Do you know how to eat? Do you know how to exercise? Do you know how to train? Do you know how to show up as a brilliant husband, wife, child, partner? Do you have the knowledge? Do you know how to build your business? How to build your, so do you rate your IQ? Give yourself a grade, A, B, C, D, based on that ideal, that full realization, where we are today. Moving up into your EQ. Do you know how to manage your emotions? Can you stay inspired and motivated when times are tough? That's key. Do you know how to inspire and motivate other people? How well do you manage your emotional state? Because this is a huge component of creation. And if you're someone that stays positive and upbeat and focused, and you are inspired, and you know how to lead and inspire and motivate people, the teams around you, you give yourself an A. If you need work on that, you give yourself a B, C, D, or F, depending on, honestly, where you are. Your SQ, I love this. This is your capacity to serve the world. Are you taking your gifts and are you sharing them as effectively with as many people as you possibly can? So right now, to be real honest, our goal at Life Advanced International is to be reaching millions of people. And we're only reaching thousands of people. So my SQ is a little bit low. I'm down in the C minus range. So this is my capacity. This is your capacity to reach as many people as you can with your gifts. And finally, your 9Q. This is your capacity, your creative imagination. Can you look a year into the future and can you see and feel your life fully realized? Can you see it? I mean, and the amount of clarity, the amount of excitement, this is so almost think of a passion meter. If with your imagination you can see your life the way it can and should be and get completely turned on by that imagining, then you have a super high 9Q. If you can only see what's in front of you, then your 9Q needs a lot of work. So you're going to, go through, you've given yourself a grade on each one of these. Don't feel bad, because every single one of these we can expand and we can fix. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to train. We're here to become more so that you can experience more. So I'm going to walk you quickly through the process of creation. And the reason I'm going to walk you quickly is because, like I said, you stay all the way through the training, you're going to get the video, you're going to get these slides, and you need to understand how it works. So the first step in creation requires your imagination, your love and genius in their full expression. Full expression requires a new, higher mind. Einstein was constantly exercising his imagination. So the first step is, before I can create my dream life, before I can create my cell phone, before I can create my business or my relationship or my new body, I need to be able to use my creative imagination to see it and feel it. So that's step number one. Step number two is I need to learn how to make a declaration. I need to design that's that idea expressed. It's that expression declared as a blueprint. So I take that dream, I take my loves, I take my passions, and they are expressed. They're highly specific, meaningful, measurable targets. Guys, this is super important. I want to be healthy is not a declared target. I weigh 165 pounds. I can bench press 250 pounds. I can swim a mile in 25 minutes, and my body fat is 9%. That is a specific, measurable target. Does that make sense to you guys? So first we've got to see it. Then we need to make the declaration. We need a blueprint. You can't engineer a new plane or a new iPhone or a new life or a new home without your blueprint. Next, we need to train. I need to maximize my ability to respond. And there's two types of training. I need mission specific and quotient training. So let me explain a little bit further on this one. Not everybody wants to climb Mount Everest, but if in your heart of hearts, that's what turns you on, climbing Mount Everest requires very specific, very mission specific training. Maybe in your heart of hearts, you want to be the best mother or father. Well, guess what? Learning how to be an amazing, exceptional parent requires mission-specific training, which is very different than the person that doesn't want to have kids. So guys, do you see how it's essential that we get educated? It's essential that we train, but we want our training to be tied in to our blueprint. Now, your quotient training, and this simply means, and I love this, I don't care what you're doing in life, you got 5 quotients. You've got a physical, an intellectual, emotional, a spiritual, and an energetic. And you should always be involved in a protocol that develops and expands those. So we imagine, we declare, we train. What's next? Engage. This is so important. Does the idea of your life turn you on so much that it creates a burning desire? This, guys, if you are not completely turned on by the idea of your life, what makes you imagine that you're going to have the fuel and the motivation to get there? Do you follow me? The mindful creators, the people that are changing the world, the people that know how to make a dream manifest into its physical counterpart, are so turned on by the dream that they are all in. The 90-90 rule, I love this. This was John Wooden's. 90% engagement, 90% of the time. Nobody's 100%, and this really bugs me. Nobody is 110% of anything. If you can give your life, your partnership, your business 90% of your energy, 90% of the time, if you can stay that turned on, you will be unbeatable. And John Wooden led the UCLA Bruins to 11 championships, 7 undefeated teams. What's next? Well, the next thing we need is we need to just do it. You know, guys, this is the big one. Most of our life is about doing it. Massive, intelligent, enjoyable action. Don't get stuck in the secret. Don't you dare make a vision board or your dream list and then sit there, meditate, and stare on it, because you will die poor, lonely, and broke. That just, remember, step 1 and 2, that's the dream board. Steps 1 and 2, that's the visioning, that's the blueprinting. Then I got to make sure I've got the training, I got to be on it. And then every single day, guys, go out and do it. Massive, intelligent, enjoyable action. Make sure you're having fun. Life's too short not to have fun. And then you need to learn how to create daily wins, daily measurable wins to keep you on course. Because remember, when we're driving to Yosemite, we're not there 99.9999999% of the time. But we've got our map, we've got our GPS, we can see that we're progressing, and creation requires that same ability to track. And then the last thing, you got to learn how to review. Stop multiple times throughout the day. Stop at the end of the day. And reviewing allows me to improve and change course based on real-time data. When you're creating something that doesn't exist, you're going to make mistakes. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, was constantly failing. I think he documented over 3,000 failed attempts for the incandescent light bulb. But what he said was, I didn't fail. I just learned what didn't work. I took that data and I made a course correction. So that's it. This is how creation works. And again, I'm going to send this to you. You don't have to let your brain explode. In our Mindful Creators Academy, you train in this 6-step process infinitely, literally infinitely. So let's keep going. Probably one of my favorite slides. Mindful creation requires us acting from love, not fear. I want you guys to think about this, because there are 2 energetic drivers in life. There's fear. How many people are driven by fear? The vast majority of people today are driven by fear. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. What if I can't make my car payment? What if I get fired? Oh no, that fear is causing a level of stress and a level of depression. Think about the levels of depression in the world today. But what does the word depression mean? It literally means to push down upon. To have so much weight on me that I can't move, I become paralyzed. When you are in a profound or a deep state of fear, do you understand that you are literally paralyzed? A person who's being attacked, they go into fear, they'll drop into the fetal position. Look at the opposite end of the spectrum. The opposite end of the spectrum is when you are in love. What happens energetically when you are in love is you move into expansion and creation. Look at this, the average it's not so bad life. A person driven by fear is never going to have the body, the relationship, the love, the career, and success that they imagine and dream of. When you learn how to elevate your mind, when you open your mind, when you open your heart, and you learn how to act from love, which is the greatest of all vibrations and emotions, you move into a state of pure creation. So this is essential. If you are creating from a place of fear, that old mind, like Einstein said, all you will do is you will continue to create more fear. And if you are creating from a place of love, you will be in expansion and growth. And that's what we want. We want you expanding and growing. All right, let's keep moving. I am having a blast. I hope you guys are having a blast. So let's get back to our next hack. How do you do it? Well, I'm going to show you, there's 5 things you got to have. Number 1, to get to where you want to go in life, you got to know your current location. You got to know where you are. You have to be honest about your strengths. You have to be honest about your weaknesses. It's funny, for years ago, I was a physique transformation specialist, and my job was to create massive physical changes in men and women. And a lot of clients didn't want to take a body composition test, and they didn't want to step on scales, which I thought was really interesting, because whether you step on a scale or not, it doesn't change your current reality. All that is, oh, but I don't want to know. See, why don't they want to know? Because they're afraid. And what is fear? Fear is the biggest magnet in the world. So guess what? They were the ones that had the hardest time changing. If you just look at it as data, just information, this is where I am. Okay, got it. then what's the next thing that I need? The next thing I need is your destination, your dream life blueprint. You need to know what your life can be. Because here's what's so cool. If I gave you the keys, if you had $100 million and you were going to build your dream home, so you go, you hire the best architect, you buy the most beautiful piece of land in the place that you think is the best. When you finally invite me there, it's not going to look like anybody else's dream home. And this is such a profound process. And guys, it's so much fun. The first 2 weeks of our course in our Mindful Creators Academy are teaching people how to connect to what you love, how to elevate your vibration, and then how to lay out and design your blueprint. So you have specificity. You know where it is you want to go, because if you don't know where you want to go, you're never going to get there. The next thing you need is a compass, right? You need a universal creation tool. You need, see, how you create a beautiful body is exactly how you graduate from college. It's exactly how you build a beautiful, romantic, passionate marriage. And it's exactly how you build a Fortune 500 company. I just showed you the compass, guys. It requires an imagination, a declaration, training, engagement, doing, and reviewing. And that universal creation tool, when you master it, what's so exciting, just like a real compass, it will take you anywhere. It'll take you to your true north. And the next thing you need, which is really important, is you need a map. So let's imagine that I'm out in the wilderness. And guys, trust me, you are out in the wilderness. If you look at the state of the world today, it's crazy town. And there are very few people out there living the life of their dreams. So you're out in the wilderness, you know where you are, you know where you want to go, you got a compass. Well, if you don't have a map, you're screwed. You need to know, you need to have what do we do with a map? Maps let us pinpoint our destination. They let us pinpoint where we're going. And then they let us chart our daily progress. And then the last thing that you need, guys, is you need training. That's what we're here for. You need to know how to identify yourself, your personal inventory. You need to know how to build your blueprint. And then you need to know, you need to master these two tools. You need to master the use of the compass and master the use of the map. Here's what's really exciting. You don't need to take 50 courses. You don't need to read 50 books. You don't need to know the 7 habits or the 12 steps. You need these 5 things. You master these 5 steps and you become a mindful creator. There isn't anything you can't do, which is why, as you can tell, we're a little bit excited about what we're doing here. So, how to create anything you want. We give you a compass. In fact, I've given you this compass right here. If you look at it, in the middle, there's that void. It's where we imagine, step 1. Then down we go to step 2. That's where we set our declaration. We go over to step 3, we train. Step 4, we engage. Step 5, up on top, we do. Step 6, we review, and we continue with this elemental flow. Now, there is one little caveat. If you don't understand the elemental energy inherent in each step, if you set a earth blueprint in wind, it's never going to happen. And what do I mean by that? Every New Year's, people set their resolutions. I got little parentheses around because I'm mocking them. They set them with wind energy. Oh, this is the year. This year I'm going to get in shape, and this year I'm going to do this. And because the declaration is set in the wrong energy, by March, they're gone. Life gets in the way, they get distracted, they're not there fast enough, they disappear. So one of the most essential things that we teach you guys, that we reinforce over and over again, is how to embody the energy of the step, because energy is fuel. If you take the step without the energy, you're not going to get there. And then we've got the map, and that's what we're going to spend the rest of today training on. You guys should have all downloaded your Universal Success Planner. If you don't have your Universal Success Planner with you, I'll make sure we get it to you. So at the end of the training, I'm going to see who's still here, and so far nobody's left, which is really awesome. I'm I'll make sure you have this, and if not, you're gonna get a copy of the video. You're gonna get these slides, and I'm going to challenge you to train. So let's look at the top of your planner. This is really key. It says align your daily actions with your compelling vision. So many people have day planners. So many people have to-do lists. Well, don't do anything if it doesn't reflect who you are, if it doesn't reflect your greatest truth, if it doesn't reflect and turn you on. So, guys, this is why you've got to go, those first two steps are vital. To imagine, see, feel that beautiful life, to create the blueprint. Once the blueprint's created, once you have that destination, now this planner becomes super effective. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can start using it right now. So, first part, top of the planner, every action needs to be aligned with your life's blueprint, with your dream. Then what we do is we break them into 90-day HVTs. And I love my 90-day. An HVT is your high value target. And it's really, think in terms of vibration. These are the goals that in 90 days will bring you the greatest wins you can imagine. So what this requires, well, it requires my creative imagination. And we're going to do this right now. Take a few breaths, and we're going to leap forward. It is the 28th of September. It's the 28th of September. Oh my gosh. And you know what? You guys you joined our team. You went into the academy. You mastered these skill sets. You own this. So you're a highly effective creator. Now, looking backwards, what were the two things you did that brought the greatest return of joy, of success? So what moved you closer to that dream life? And that a lot of it might be determined in that inventory. Some of you guys might have some health issues. Maybe you've been neglecting that body. And maybe one of the highest value targets you can have is right now, in the next 90 days, I'm going to get in incredible shape. You know you can lose 20 pounds in 90 days, right? You know you can develop a tremendous amount of cardiovascular strength. You know you can lower in 90 days, you can completely transform your body. So that might be one of your HVTs. And you write it right up there in number one. I have lost 20 pounds. I am feeling and looking better and stronger than I've ever been. Put in as much specificity as you can. Some of you guys might be facing financial challenges. And so you need to upgrade your career. You might need to get into another career, or maybe you're in sales and there are some techniques, skill sets that you need to develop. There's a course that you need to take. And so you're going to set that 90-day HVT. And I'm going to challenge you right now to take a couple moments and by forward, right? What now? Maybe it's your marriage. Maybe you and your wife or your husband are not experiencing the same level of passion and joy and sexuality and sensuality that you did when you were first married. Maybe that's the biggest opportunity. So I'm going to go quiet and I'm going to let you take a couple of moments and determine. And you can change them. They don't have to be perfect, guys. But you a destination, some destination is better than none. So right now, what are the two highest value targets you can imagine? And so I've completed these. I look back over the last 90 days, and I am so proud, and I feel so good, and there is so much more of me. Go ahead and write them down in your success planner. Put that due date. That due date is 9/28/16. And then over the next couple of days, you got a little mark on there, on time, ahead of schedule, behind schedule, so we are tracking our progress. Okay, what's our next thing on the success planner? I love this. To think you can successfully accomplish a goal without the necessary tools and training is just cray-cray. Okay, if you decide that I want to run a marathon and you have never run a marathon, you are going to damage yourself if you get out today and try to run 24.62 miles. If you're only making $2,000 a month and you want to make $10,000 a month and you think that you're just going to turn that around without the right training and tools, that's cray-cray. So you look over at your HVT resource list, and for each of your HVTs, do you have the training and tools you need? Do you have the team and support, your tribe? This is one of my favorite parts about our academy is for those of you guys who are with us, man, you get to surround yourselves with people like Dr. CL. You get to surround yourselves with people that are motivated and inspired and up. And when you're feeling crappy and you're having a bad day, come into our Facebook group, get into our live call, and let us lovingly kick your ass and bring your energy back up. Do you have the team? Do you have the support? Do you have the money that you need? Do you have the time and energy? So you need to make sure that you have that all of these resources are checked off. And if they're not, you need to have a plan to get them checked off. Now, underneath that, we have your 90-day ATR training goal. And we always challenge you. You've got your HVTs, but we're going to add a little thing onto your plate. Every quarter, we want you to pick one of your ATRs and make a decision, make a commitment to maximize it. Could be your health, could be your education, could be your EQ, your emotional quotient, could be your career, could be your mind, your 9Q, your capacity to use and exercise your creative imagination. So each 90 days, and what's really cool, again, you're going to hear me talking about our academy. Members of the academy have a lifetime membership. They can go back in and they can do one cycle on their body. They can do another cycle on their EQ, another cycle on their 9Q. So we've gone through our checklist, and now we get into daily wins. Guys, this is so important. Life is not about the destination, because you know what the truth is? Our ultimate destination is dead. I'm in no rush to get there. And think about it. We're only at that destination 0.00005% of the time. You know that trip to Yosemite that I'm not there 99.99999% of the time? Well, the second I'm in Yosemite, I don't just stand there at the park entrance. Instantly, there's a new destination. There's a new, I want to go hike Yosemite Falls. I want to go to the Ahwahnee for dinner. There's that new destination. I met this one man, I'll never forget this, and we really define success as enjoying the journey. And this guy said, no, success only occurs when you accomplish your goal. And I said, all right, that's a paradigm. How many times in your life have you been successful? And he sat there and he said, the day I graduated from college. And this man's 50, so that's a pretty crappy belief system for success. Success, it's about mindfully creating the most beautiful moments you can. A great life is made up of great days, guys. So here's our challenge to you. Here's what we do in the Mindful Creators Academy. Every single day we wake up and set the intention. Today is going to be the best day of my life. When I wake up, I'm going to love my partner, Laura, better than I have ever loved her. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm into this training. I am going to train you with all of my heart. And you know what? If there were 5 people in this call, or if there were 50,000 people in this call, I'm going to give you everything I can. And so a great life is made up of great days. And here, this is really cool, guys, because we talk about exponential shifts. Look under high value daily actions, your HVTs. 80% of the results I achieve come from 20% of my actions. It's called the Pareto principle. You can look it up. They've proven this. If you're in business, 80% of the revenues you make come from 20% of your clients. 80% of the results you get in the gym, this one kills me, guys. 80% of the results of any exercise come from the last 20% of motion. So you're watching someone, they're doing a curl. They get to 10 and it starts to hurt. They stop. If you had 2 reps left in you, that's where all the juice, that's where all the bang is. So understanding the 80-20 rule, the men and women that live exponentially, we're trying to move you into that super realization curve. Before you get up and just start doing, you have to learn how to source. So remember what Einstein said? That new mind. There are 50 things in your to-do list and you got hundreds of emails in your email box. You will never get to them. And guess what? Elon Musk has 1,000 things he needs to do, and he's got 10,000 things in his email box. So he's a master of sourcing the highest value targets, What are the 2 things that I can do today that will move me powerfully towards my 90-day HVT? So if your goal was get in great shape, well, that might mean today I'm going to stop drinking diet sodas and I'm going to start drinking water. I'm going to hire a personal trainer. I'm going to get to the gym. I mean, you get to pick what they are. My secondary HVT is I'm going to learn how to master this compass. I'm going to learn how to, I'm going to stop being a collector of information and I'm going to become a master of information. Then your HVT is, as soon as you get off this call, join the Mindful Creators Academy and roll up your sleeves and start training. Whatever your daily HVTs are, these are really cool. See those little checklists? At the end of these are the most important things. See, the busy works, I still have to pick my kids up. I still have to take the trash out. I still have to pay my bills. But what you're going to learn is if you don't set your intention and if you don't carve out time to do the high value targets, what you do is you will be swamped and you'll spend your day doing low value, low vibration, old mind things, and you will not change. And then at the bottom, this is just, who do you need to connect? Who do you need to contact? Are there people you need to help? Are there people you need help from? And then what are your deliverables? Are you waiting for something? Is there something that you need before you can move this HVT forward? Is there something that you need to deliver to help another person move their HVT forward? Guys, this map, it takes about 10 minutes a day to use. And since I've been using it, I am even exponentially more on task than I was before it existed. Now let's get on. What's next? Where's our next? Oh, okay. Love this. Our goal is to make sure you win every day. And this is one of the most important steps. I love this, guys. When we get hired by an organization, this is probably the #1 skill set leaders lack. And I'll tell you something, since there's no such thing as a business decision, it's also the #1 thing individuals lack. If you are not learning from real world data, then you're not growing, you're not expanding. And if you're not winning every day, then you're getting stuck and you're getting frustrated. So this takes 5 minutes. It's called our win review, and win is an acronym. So remember, at the beginning of the day, we sat down and we imagined how we could joyfully move down that map. If you're hiking, if you're a really good backpacker, you can make 20, 25 miles in a day. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to make 25 miles in the wrong direction. So what's working? At the end of the day, what felt good? Where did you get the results you wanted? Where were you in joy and in your power? And then this next question, this is really where a lot of the value and juice comes from. What isn't working? Where did your plan where did it fall apart? What did Thomas Edison learn as one way not to make a light bulb? Because this is your feedback loop. This is what lets you answer question number 3. What needs to change? What's that course correction? Because what this does, guys, is it elevates you energetically. It prevents you from doing the same thing over and over again. It's part of the training that we give you to help elevate your mind, because the old mind is going to keep creating the same thing. I can't emphasize this enough. If you take out this universal success planner and you do not elevate your mindset, if you do not activate your 9Q, if you do not attach to a compelling vision and blueprint for your life that turns you on, you're going to use this success planner to create the exact same life you want. And you wouldn't be here if that was your intention. So this win review, that change is what's going to keep you elevating. It's going to keep you on course, keep you moving forward. So let's go. Let's keep going. I'm going to have a quick sip of water. You guys take a look at this. In order to get to where you want to go, in order to create your dream life, #1, you got to do that inventory. And you do the inventory all the time because you're always changing. Your current location, think about this, guys. In a month, you're going to need to do an inventory because you're not going to be where you are today. And here's a guarantee. If you start training with us, you are not going to be where you are today. If you don't do anything, you're going to be worse, that you're not going to be where you are today. You need to know the current location. Number two, you need to know your destination. Where are you going? That dream life blueprint. You know, when you think about planning a trip, people will spend months, and it's so much fun planning their trip to Europe. And they're only going to be there for 2 weeks. But think about the process. They're looking at the guides, and they're going online, and they're watching travel videos, and what's happening? They're getting excited. And you know what's really happening? They're actually enjoying the creation right now. Imagine your life. Imagine getting engaged in a process where creating the blueprint for your life, guys. I love my life. I'm pretty sure you're getting a sense of that. I mean, I'm in incredible shape. I have access to the most powerful tools I've ever seen. It took me 30 years to get there, but I've got them. I've got the training. My ATR is there. I am in love with the most brilliant, beautiful woman who's there, who supports, who challenges me. I have great kids, and every day I get to wake up, and this is what I do for a living. And I get to share in the transformation and growth of people's lives, and I get to impact people all over the world. Do you think it's fun thinking about that? And what's so cool is what I'm doing today, it's nothing compared to what I know I'm going to be doing a year from now. Are you guys following me? And I meet people, when you're depressed because you're not pursuing something that's awesome. You don't have a blueprint for something that you love. So get that destination down. Then master the compass. Master the compass. You know, those 5 elements, those 6 steps. Once you've got that, use your map, your universal success planner. It takes 10 minutes a day, guys. You wake up in the morning and you spend, 5 minutes sourcing. You look, you connect to that vision, that dream. You source those daily HVTs. You make sure you get them on your calendar. And then at the end of the day, you spend 5 minutes making sure you got them. And then you got to train, guys. I don't know. And again, we would love to have you train with us. But here's the real question. How much time are you spending training? Think about Navy SEALs. A Navy SEAL is either doing the mission or training for the mission. Tiger Woods is either playing in a championship or training for a championship. I am either training for my dream life or I'm living my dream life. And that's what we want to really, if you're just sitting around, if you think you've got free time or wasted time or dead time, you are wrong. So I'm going to challenge you, either be training for the mission or be living it. We're almost to the end of the hour. I want to thank you guys for sticking around, and I'm going to give you a very, very special invitation. I would love to have you join our Mindful Creators Academy. And, as a member, first of all, we only have lifetime members. And we believe, Dr. CL and I have bet our life on the fact that this is the most empowering course ever. Here's what you get when you join us. We have 18 videos. It's a 6-week training that you can do over and over and over again, as many times as you want, supported by a tribe of really inspired people. There's 18 videos, so each week you spend 1 week in one step of the compass, mastering it. There's an audio that you can listen to reinforce the tools and training. My favorite part, there's a 250-page playbook. And what we've done is we've distilled the best of what we've learned over 50 years of combined training. So it's about a 15-minute exercise every single day, 5 days a week, to elevate, to train, to move you forward. This playbook, you cannot complete the course and not be a more powerful person. It's literally impossible. And in fact, we guarantee it. If you take our course and you don't have a radical transformation, you get your money back. The next thing you get is every week you get private live calls. Everybody in the academy, we have a private conference call. You get to get in with Dr. CL and I, and we answer specific questions, and you get to learn from and share with other members of the team. The course has been designed to be accessible every day, all year long, from any device. I watch the videos on my phone, my iPad, sitting in a dentist's office, doctor's office. We talk a lot about energy being contagious, and we have a private Facebook group academy where you get to go in and be surrounded with your tribe, connect with, ask help, motivate and inspire people like you. And here's the investment. It's $1,000. And we've shopped other courses. Other courses like this are going from anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000. We wanted to make it affordable for everyone. We have a payment plan. We would love to have you join our academy. We'd love to have you join our academy today. If you feel inspired, and if you're serious, and if you want to make the best investment dollar for dollar in your life, then I'm going to invite you to go to lifeadvancenow.com. Just scroll down our homepage. It's going to say enroll now. You can start your training immediately. You have it for life. I would love to have you as a member. I'm so appreciative that you have spent your time with me, that you're here. I've got a little bit of time left. So what I want to do, if you've got any questions, there's a chat box, and I'm gonna open it up. I don't know exactly how it works. But let's see. If you guys have a question about the course, about the training, I will be sending. I see. God, you guys. It looks like over 95% of you stayed for the whole course. So that means the world to me. I'm going to make sure you get the PDF downloads. I'll get you a copy of this so you have it. If you're on a phone or computer, send me a chat. And just because this is a new technology, I would love to know that it worked. What did I just see? It looks like a little hand just lit up. I don't know what that means. Well, okay, you know what, guys? Okay, I see a hand. I'm going to click on the hand. What's the hand say? Okay, there's a hand right there. The hand's from Nicole. Okay, Nicole. I see you got your hand up, and I see Laurie has her hand up. And now, if I just knew how, let's see. I'm going to click on you and see what's going on. I'm going to unmute. Well, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to unmute Laurie. So, Laurie, I don't know what I'm doing. Are you there? I think I just unmuted Laurie. And I unmuted Nicole. Can you guys hear me? This is a new guy trying to figure it out. Well, okay. I obviously don't know how to use the tech on this. You guys are all here. I see you. I will get you guys copies of everything. Again, I would love to have you get over to lifeadvancenow.com, sign up, start training today. Nothing will change your life like these tools, and I can say that from firsthand experience. I can also say that from the hundreds and thousands of people that are using these tools and having their lives changed. On behalf of my beautiful partner, Dr. CL, who is not with us today, and that kind of breaks my heart. I wish he was. Sending you guys the greatest love in the world. And that's it. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, guys, and I will see you soon. Until next time, live, love, and lead the best life you can imagine.